Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the No Money Spent Road to Glory, the third video of the day. If you missed the first two, be sure to go ahead and check them out. We've got the Galaxy Opal Josh Smith in the first video. We did loads of stuff in the actual club itself. We sold a load of players. We amended the team quite a bit as well. And then the second video, we went into Unlimited to give Josh Smith his debut. And he dropped over 50 points. He was incredible. That was such a fun card to use. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Triple Threat Offline because I've played quite a few games in that with this event going on today, which is a pretty good event to be fair. And then we're also going to be looking at tokens and the best tokens and the cheapest tokens that you can get from locking in collections. And I've actually got a lot that I can lock in today, so we might look at doing that as well because at the moment we've already got 776, so we can get another Galaxy Opal, but I really want to be able to get 3 of them. I want to be able to get that lifetime goal of 150,000 MT as a little bonus, which isn't bad at all. So with this limited time event, I think I played from 509 wins, so I did 16 games during that 2-hour span. The vault opened quite a lot. Most of the time it was one token, but twice it was the 10 tokens, which wasn't bad at all. So I made quite a lot of tokens throughout those 16 games, not bad. Also got this 5,000 MT reward right here, which is pretty good. I might play some later on, I might not, to be fair, because we're still 50 away from that 125, which is quite a way, and we're 150 away from this one, so we need to win 150 games to get 250 tokens, which just seems like a lot at this point in the game. So after that, we moved down to the auction house, and as you can see, we've still got a bid on that Dame Dollar, trying to get him done so we can complete that Trailblazer set. But we moved down here, we've obviously got those 5 Thon Makers that we bought in the first video of the day. Like I said, he is a very, very good investment, and I strongly recommend you guys going for it. But we come down here, and we have got some big money to cash in. So these guys were duplicates, I'm fairly sure. And we come down here, so this was the Diamond Shoe that we got out of the Diamond Shoe pack from Triple Threat Online. 4,000 for that, not bad. And we've got the Pink Diamond Pete Maravich and Pink Diamond Jaron Fox selling for both 47k, not bad at all. So we made a little bit of profit on Pete Maravich and a little bit of loss on Jaron Fox, which isn't bad. But then we make a massive profit off this Pink Diamond Devin Booker, 97,000 MT for him. We bought him for 30k on a mad snipe that I didn't even realise was a proper snipe at the time. But we managed to get a really good price on him. And also today, we're actually going to be selling off all of these legacy investments. So we've had them for so long, and now is the time to cash out on them. So we're already at 1.5 million, and that is going to change quite a bit here today. So first of all, let's just get these up in auction. So we need to have a look at David Thompson's price, and I'm fairly sure, sadly, he is the cheapest one out of all 10 of these legacy players, apart from El Monroe, of course, because that guy just doesn't have any value at all. There's just so many of this guy out there. I mean, was he on a locker code? I think he was. So he's 18k. So you know what? I'm not even going to bother selling him at this point in time. But Mark Price, let's have a look at what he is selling for, because I'm fairly sure he is more than literally like 15k that David Thompson was. So looking like about 30k, which isn't bad. 20k? Again, that is a hard pass from me. So not going to be selling those two guys. And then we've got Sidney Moncrief and George Mike. We've actually got a diamond shoe on that Sydney for some reason, not sure why, but Sidney Moncrief comes in at the pink diamond level for 30k, 35k, 30k. That's not bad. And then what about George Mikan? Let's have a look at his price down here as the diamond card, and he comes in at 35k. I'll definitely take 35k for him, not gonna lie. Okay, so George Mikan, let's get him listed up for 35k. Only got 2 of them. We really should have invested more in these legacy players. I knew they would go up in price, but I think it was just the fact that it took so long for them to actually finally update the token market. I just completely forgot that I hadn't invested in them for quite some time. But you know what? We're still going to be able to cash out and still going to make some decent profits. So we'll get that one up. We'll get this one up right here. And that will definitely take us over 1.5 million MT, which is, of course, absolutely ridiculous considering how many tokens we've actually got. So there we go. We'll get him listed up as well. We'll see about those selling, hopefully, by the end of the video. So that's the current situation. We've currently got just over 750 tokens. We have, of course, completed every single current NBA set. We haven't completed any of the Series 2 sets. We've only completed 2 heat check sets, although we do have a lot of them ready to lock in. Other than that, we don't actually have anything else locked in. We've got a couple of tokens from down here. I think we've got like, not 35, we've got 200 and then 300, which was pretty good. Obviously, there's the 750 here, which is another Galaxy Opal, which we maybe would be able to get, but are still going to be a long way away. So we haven't really locked in much for tokens this year, but we do, of course, have some options. So Legacy Showcase Series 1, we could lock this in for 200 tokens right now. Legacy Series 2, 200 tokens. Moments of the Week 8, 9, I don't know why I've done that backwards. 7, 8, and 9. That's another 100 tokens each. Other than that, that is all we've got ready to lock in. But that is still quite a lot of MT. So I've gone down and I've written down how much I think each one of these sets would cost you to lock in. So, of course, the current NBA sets have gone back up in price after they did drop down pretty low a couple of weeks back. But since the NBA Series 2 came out, they've taken these ones out of packs. So they are a little bit more rare now. So if you want to complete one of these sets, which of course gets you 20 tokens, I think you're going to be looking at least 30 to 40,000 MT. I think you'd be doing very well if you got it done for under 30k. Now, the time I completed all these, the silvers were going for like 2,000 each, and I'm fairly sure they are going for a little bit more than that right now. And obviously, the amethysts have gone up in price a bit, I think. Yeah, they have. Look at that. When I bought them, they were like 5k. Giannis now up at about 10k by the looks of it. So I'm going to say 30k if you're very lucky with your snipes to get them through. And to be honest, there's not really one single team that stands out. I think they're all very, very similar. Like, you can go for the teams that don't have amethyst, but if they don't have amethyst, chances are they've got more silvers, which are of course more expensive. But if you can get all of these, like 9 silvers here for 2k, that's about 18k. And then you're looking at picking up the 6 other cards. You definitely can be getting them for around 30,000 MT, which isn't bad at all. And then you move on to the current Series 2. Again, this is for 20 tokens. Now, I reckon you would be able to get these done a little bit cheaper just because of how cheap the amethysts are. So, like this Joel Embiid, I literally paid 1,000 MT for him. And you can see there, these ones don't even have bids on them. So, the amethysts are dirt cheap. The silvers are a little bit all over the place. Some of them can be dirt cheap. Some of them can be a little bit more on the expensive side. So, I would say about 25k you would be able to get a cheap one done for, and then about 40k for a more expensive one, because you get people like Pink Diamond Giannis, they're going to cost you quite a bit. Any set with a pink diamond in it is going to cost you a lot of MT. Even though those pink diamonds are completely useless, people are still paying a lot for them. So NBA Series 2, I would definitely recommend going for this over the NBA Series 1 sets. But even so, both of them only locking in for 20 tokens, it's not much. So we move on to the heat check sets. Now, thankfully, last week I literally went through and just picked up the last couple of players that I needed to add into these collections to make them all done. 3.5k for Kristaps Porzingis. You know what? I'll happily take that. We've got our bid on Damian Lillard at the moment. You can see it right there. Hopefully we'll be able to get him. And then after that, we've got everyone that we can apart from the amethyst, which of course we're not going to buy because they are very, very expensive. And we don't have the Hornet set because this set is ridiculously expensive. So a little while ago, you would have been able to get all of these cards for about 2,000 MT. But now I think their prices have spiked. So I think you're going to be looking at a very, very high amount of MT. So let's take a look at the Nuggets, for example. Yeah, you're looking at about 3k per card. And yeah, they were under 2,000. You can get them comfortably for under 2k. But now you're looking at a lot more than that. So I'd say if you can get a heat check set for under 40k, you're actually doing pretty well. And then I would say on the top side of that, you're probably looking at about 60k for some of these sets, especially the ones like the Lakers with 2 amethysts. It's going to cost you a lot of MT. So yeah, about 40k to 6k for heat check sets. So we move down here. Obviously, moments don't lock in for anything. The reward sets, there's nothing there you can actually buy. And then the premium sets. So the first one that you can lock in for tokens is the Spotlight D Wade set. 20 tokens, no, not even 20, 25 tokens for this set. Definitely not worth it at all. You're looking at obviously locking in players that you're never going to use, but that is the same situation with the current NBA set. So you're looking at about 15k for Melo, probably about 5k for Timmy D, but they're not the problems. You get down to some of the other ones down here. Udonis Haslam, where is he? He is right here, and he's like 35k. What is that? So straight away, this one is so overpriced, so do not even think about locking that one in. The Legacy Showcase Series 1. Now, this set at the moment would cost you 180,000 MT. When they were at their lowest, you could pick them up all up for about 100k, which was ridiculously cheap. But you're looking at it today at about 180k, and a lot of that is coming from this Bernard King card, who comes in about 75k-ish. Which is very, very expensive, and it definitely makes me wonder about selling these cards because I could just have so much MT, it is a joke. But still, 180k for 200 tokens. In terms of value, that is one of the best value sets out there, that is for sure, because if you're looking at the current NBAs and the heat checks, you're paying more MT per token, but for this, you're actually getting more tokens per MT. So Legacy Showcase Series 1 is definitely one to go for. And then, of course, we move down here. Multi-dimensional is for JR. This one locks in for 25 tokens. Paul Pierce coming in at about 5k. Kobe coming in at about 20k. So straight away, you can see this set is also going to be pretty expensive. Way more MT than in terms of tokens. So definitely don't go for that one. We move down here. Clyde Drexler, who is in this set that's expensive. Brandon Roy on his own is already like 35k. So again, that is a big no-no. Dirk Nowitzki set comes in. We've got the Diamond LeBron James still selling for about 40k-ish by the looks of it. Again, big no-no. And again, you've got someone like Tracy McGrady in here who's 10k as well. So that set is going to be very, very expensive. Lights out for Pink Diamond Clay. Then we move on to the Moments of the Week sets. So first one that rewards tokens is Moments of the Week 6. Now, I don't actually have this one done because it is a little bit on the pricey side. Moments of the Week 6 comes in at about 130k at the moment. And that's because you've got big names. You've got Harden, Siakam, Davis, and Giannis. And this Harden is a pink diamond. So you're always going to be paying a little bit more for pink diamonds, obviously. 130k for this. It's not bad value, but it's definitely not good value when you can pick up Moments of the Week 7 for 90,000 MT. And the majority of that is in this Diamond Jimmy Butler, who's about 50k, or actually lower than that, about 45k at the moment. Other than that, the rest of them pretty damn cheap. So definitely go ahead and lock in Moments of Week 7. I think that is a very, very good one to lock in. And then moving on, Moments of Week 8, again, very, very similar situation. About 100, not even 100k, about 90k for this. Even with 4 diamond cards, still only looking about 90k, and that's because they are very, very cheap. Cat probably coming in about 20k. Embiid coming in at a similar price, maybe 25k. Jaren Jackson Jr., dirt cheap, coming in again about 20k, and Kemba Walker I think it's like 15k on a good day. Yeah, these don't even have bids on it. This was a diamond contract, not even got a bid on it, so that is dirt cheap. So Moments of the Week 8, again, a very, very good one to go ahead and pick up, and so is Moments of the Week 9 as well, again coming in about 90k. So all three of these you're paying, or you're getting more tokens per MT, which is always what you want to be aiming to do. And the most expensive player from this set is going to be your Diamond Jason Tatum, coming in at about 40k. But if you look past that, very, very cheap. Moments of the Week 10 comes in. Obviously, we have just seen our Devin Booker sell for 97,000 MT. So you already know this set is going to be expensive. If you do have him, you're going to have to buy the rest of them, and that's probably going to set you back around probably 40, 50k-ish, something like that. Shea comes in at about 50, or about 20. Westbrook's about 15. You got the Amethyst as well. So you're probably looking at about 140 to 150k for this one. So it's one of the more expensive sets. So the really cheap ones are 7, 8, and 9. And at a push, you want to go for 10 and 6 if you can snipe some of the players. Legacy Series 2 comes in at around 200,000 MT. So definitely gone up quite a bit in price, and that is because of one guy, and it is not him, it is Phil Chenier. If we have a look at his price, he was down like 30k. He has shot up to 80,000 MT. That is insane. And the thing is with these cards, they're only going to get rarer and more as more and more people start locking them in to collections. So that is big. So he is the majority of this set. The rest of them are reasonably priced. Obviously, David Thompson, dirt cheap. Mark Price, dirt cheap. So just the ones I've invested in, basically, they are dirt cheap. But again, 200 tokens for 200 KMT, not a bad investment at all. Next one locks in for 50 tokens. This has a Pink Diamond Joe Dumars, who is dirt cheap, about 20k. But then you do have a Diamond Giannis in this set, who's also about 20k. So again, you're probably looking about 50k for this set, which actually isn't that bad, come to think about it. Oh no, you got Diamond Neek in there as well, who's a little bit more expensive. Was anybody else down here expensive that springs to mind? Kelly Tripucka, he was expensive, I think. No, he wasn't, about 2k. So this one might not actually be a bad set to lock in for 50 tokens, it has to be said. You're getting a Pink Diamond and a couple of diamonds. Obviously, none of them are going to be usable, but they're still going to be not too expensive. And Kevin McHale coming in about 5k. Okay, this isn't a bad set, actually, to lock in for collections. 50 tokens of that, I might actually look into doing that. But the fact that you've got to buy all of these players that are obviously used for spotlights means that are always going to have a little bit more value than those Moments of the Week sets. Next up, we've got the Spotlight James Harden one. This has the Pink Diamond Rashard Lewis and Pink Diamond James Harden as well. Or is this just a diamond? It's just a diamond. But he's coming in at 40k. What? Okay, that is very expensive. CP3 coming in reasonably cheap. Vince Carter coming in, again, reasonably cheap, I'm fairly sure. He's actually about 10, 15k. Wow, okay. So this one's definitely a little bit more expensive than the other one. And we come down here. I think Hidu Turkoglu's probably got the most value. He actually doesn't. Even Hidu's come down in value quite a lot. JJ Redick had a bit of value. Yeah, he's probably about 3 to 4k. So if you're going to go for either these two, I'd definitely recommend going for the Isaiah Thomas set. Now we get onto the Iggy set for 50 tokens. Again, Pink Diamond AI straight away makes this set very expensive. And the fact that you've also got a Diamond Curry in here, that's looking like 80-ish K, maybe even higher than that for this set. Straight away, that is a big no-no. Flash set locks in for a player. Flash Glitch doesn't have a collection reward. This one for Kareem locks in for 75 tokens. But straight away, you are paying 130k for Pink Diamond Gary Payton. A massive L. You're looking at about 200k for this set. So that is instantly a big, big turn off. Come down to Jason Kidd, again locks in for 75 tokens, but it's got Hakeem, it's got the Jet, it's got Vince Carter. It's going to cost you a lot to lock that one in. This one actually locks in full tokens, Flash Set 2, but Larry Bird coming in at, about 100k. Danny Granger coming in at about 25-ish k. Josh Smith probably coming in at not too much over that, about 15k. So that one might not be a bad set. That's probably going to cost you about 140-ish k, something like that. That's not bad. Prime, obviously, they don't lock in for tokens. Jeremy Lin set locks in for 75 tokens. Before even looking, I know this is too expensive because you've got Kawhi and Carmelo, who both command very, very high price tags. Frostbite locks in for Mark Eaton. This one locks in for 200 tokens, but you got 2 Galaxy Opals in there, and nobody's paying 350k for Michael Jordan. That is a madness. Leap Year locks in for Dwight, and then the Flash Pack 4 down here also locks in for 125 tokens, but you got someone like the Galaxy Opal AK-47, who is selling for 250k. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get Andrei Kirilenko sold. I am happy to cash in 200k on him, or 250k, because the other one's got a diamond contract, so we should be able to get a little bit more than that as well. So by tomorrow, we will have Andrei Kirilenko sold, and we'll see how much we're going to get for him. What has happened down here? We have one Porzingis, of course we did. We bought him, and Oladipo hasn't sold, so we're just going to quick sell him for 600 MT. Why not? So that is the end of the stuff that you can lock in for tokens. I'm fairly sure it is anyway. Apart from these balls down here. Now, the balls don't lock in for anything, do they? But the new jerseys actually do. You get 20 tokens for the East, 20 tokens for the West. Down here, you get 20 tokens for all of the classic ones. And you get 20 tokens for the East and for the West down here as well. But they haven't been in the game long, so they are going to command some pretty high price tags. So I definitely wouldn't recommend going for them. So, if I had to give a top 3 what to go for, I would say Legacy Series 1, then Moments of the Week 7, 8, and 9, and then I would say Legacy Series 2 after that. And that already is 700 tokens for a lot less MT. I'll probably say about 600k, 500 to 600k MT for 700 tokens, which of course you can probably get 50 tokens elsewhere. And of course that is what you need to get a Galaxy Opal. So, definitely worth doing in my opinion. And let me know down below what sets you have locked in for tokens. Now, I was actually thinking about locking in all these today, but having seen how much they sell for, I'm not too sure what to do. Obviously, we can lock in either just like a couple of these sets or a couple of the heat check sets. So we could either lock in the Legacy in the Moments of the Week and then sell off all our heat checks, or we can lock in all of our heat checks and then obviously sell off Legacies and Moments of the Week sets. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some maths on that and see which is going to get me the most profit because, I only need to get one more, obviously another Galaxy Opal, enough for another Galaxy Opal, another 750 tokens. Because after that, we don't really need anything from the reward market. We're pretty set. We've obviously picked up the pink diamonds we wanted. We picked up the diamond card we wanted. Amethysts are pretty irrelevant to us at this point in the year. So, yeah, we are in a really, really good position. So, let's jump into some comments. Like I said, in the first video of the day, I was going to split them in half. So, this is the second half of the comments from Thursday's videos. And starting us off is Chris, who says, is it worth holding on to Kristaps Porzingis Prime or should I sell him soon? Definitely hold on to him. I'm going to hold on to mine for quite some time until they release that mystery player. He's selling for about 110k, so if you haven't got him, I would say to people to invest in both of these cards because they are fantastic value. KD coming in still over 400k. If he comes under 400k, I want to pick him up, but that is too much. And Ben Simmons at 700k still. God damn, he is so expensive. All right, next up, TC Daniel says, Yo, JD, I just pulled Pink Diamond Paul George from the free locker code from the Leap Year pack. Should I sell it or keep it? Let's have a look at his price. So when I sold mine, I sold him for 200k. Sell him now. That is crazy. 200k for Paul George. Wow, I did not get that much to him for him at the start. Wow, definitely get him sold. Archer says, hey JD, who do you think I should get with 160k? I need one player, any position. 160k, Diamond Bam Adebayo at the center position. That card is an absolute joke. So good. All right, next up, Hammer says, Levine is an easy first choice. Duncan to me as a center is a weak position. Next up is Hammer, who says, Levine is amazing. First choice, easy. Duncan to me second as centre is a weak position, plus can play the power forward too. And then Josh Smith is a defensive god, so easy number 3 for me. Well, I've already got your number 3. So Zach Levine and Tim Duncan, I reckon they are going to be the next 2 players that we pick up. Next up, I snag on you. Who would it be good to invest in? I'm already investing in Shaq. Definitely the Ruby Thon Maker. If you come down here, like I said, I've picked up 5 of him already for 1500 MT. Definitely such a solid investment and very similar to Shaq. You're not going to lose MT. You're only going to make MT. There's such a cheap price already that you can't actually lose anything. Even if you sell them for a buy now, chances are you're going to be making a little bit of profit. And following on from that, Evade Lucy says, is Thong Maker a good investment? I picked up 10 for 1600 MT. A very, very good investment indeed. Cole says you should get Levine, Smith, and Duncan, and that was a very, very common theme throughout the comments. It definitely seemed like those 3 players were the ones you wanted me to pick up. And then Tyler comes in and says, if they were both the same price, who would you get? Opal AK-47 or Opal KD? KD, and it's not even close. Whenever I've come up against this card, it has just absolutely murdered me. He shot the game winner against me in the second video of the day. If you missed that, go ahead and check it out. It sucked. He green-lighted like from Limitless with about 35% contest from 2 players. So this card is just absolutely ridiculous. Now, where would he slot in my squad? Actually, that's an interesting thing. We can compare him to our Josh Smith right here. So let's compare these 2 guys. So both of them coming in at 6'9". Similar badges, 38 to 35. And in terms of the stats, KD obviously has the 3-pointer. Josh Smith has the dunking. KD has the ball control. Josh Smith has the defensive stats by far and the rebounding. And then speed goes to KD literally just by +1 though. So on paper, Josh Smith is the better card, but KD with that +9 ball control, he just feels, I mean, whenever he plays against me, he just feels ridiculously quick with his handles and very, very hard to stop. So that's going to be it for the 3rd video of the day. The squad is changing. Tomorrow we'll be adding in another Galaxy Opal to the squad. Let me know who I should pick up first. Should it be the Zach LaVine or should it be Tim Duncan? Because I think already we're going to discard this Bradley Beal as someone that we're not really looking at. But Tim Duncan been taken 700 times. Zach LaVine been taken 700 times. So which one should we go for? Let me know down below for tomorrow. So that's going to be it. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.